This is Kawela with Global News. We are here on the scene with an EMS of Reality City. Currently, there is a battle going on between the uh, most common gangs here in Reality City, the Ballas and the Mayans, and I'm here trying to find out about what's going on the EMS side of things. Um, First off, can you start by introducing yourself and telling our viewers a bit about your role within the EMS in Reality City?
My name is Den Johnson. I'm a Chief of EMS here in Reality City, and main goal is to drive around and pick up people who are hurt, do surgeries, and get them back into enjoying Reality City.
All right. And what does a typical day look like for you as an EMS member in Reality City?
I basically just clock on, and that's pretty popular here, so I don't usually have a quiet day, but I'm out there picking up people because some of these locals knock mines off their bikes, or people forget to hydrate and eat, and they'll pass out, and once in a while, there's a gunshot wound, so I'll take them up to Eclipse Medical Center and do some surgery on them, and that's basically everyday life for here in reality.
Wow, that sounds intense. Can you share some insights on into the challenges you faced while responding to emergencies?
And just like I said, what sometimes it happens is go to lights and sirens, which we call code 3, and sometimes locals freak out when it be lights behind them and they'll pull out right in front of you, so you gotta like swing around them, and if you have somebody in the back who needs surgery, you can't really swing around too much, but other than that, sometimes you just go slowly, other times you're getting there as fast as possible, just trying to help everybody who gets hurt.
That has to take a toll on you sometimes. So are there any particular incidents or rescues that stand out in your mind as especially memorable or impactful?
Uh, yeah, there was one a few months ago. Because like the mines right now are in a gang war, but the cops were chasing one, and he accidentally went down to the porch and got hit by a train. So the cops were down there, and I got called down to pick him up. And out of nowhere, the rest of the mines came up, and there was a giant shootout between the cops and the mines. I myself got shot a couple times, but the cops intervened and everything. And after I was patched up, I went over there and started picking up the cops that got shot, and then the mines, and a random bystander that was happening to do some job and got caught in the crossfire.
Oh my goodness, that sounds completely traumatic. How do you handle the emotional toll that comes with responding to emergency situations?
I just kind of keep it to myself. I'm kind of used to it. Once in a while, we'll have a rescue that goes bad, and just kind of have to deal with it. I have another couple EMTs that are around, so it's not just me taking the toll and everything. They have their fair share of experiences in day-to-day life.
I'm glad you have such a dedicated team. Now, into training. What kind of training and preparation is involved in becoming an EMS member in Reality City?
Oh, basically starts as I interview them, and if they have any experience at all, that gives them a little jump and everything. But basically, I'll have them shadow me. I'll go to multiple calls, and after like 4 or 5 calls, I'll have them do one themselves, and I'll watch them, and I'll if unless it's super crazy, like somebody got shot 4 or 5 times, but if it's like twisted ankle or something, I'll let them handle it, and I'll put my 2 cents there. And after a few weeks of that, they'll be able to get an ambulance of their own and go on calls on their own. And I'm always a phone call and everything away if they have any questions, and they're usually pretty good. I've gotten quite a few of them. That one of them's got recently promoted as a captain, so she's well on her way up the ranks.
That's wonderful. So how do you stay up to date with the latest emergency medical procedures and technologies?
Well, we have a government here in the city that almost monthly we get new stuff. Like we got new defibs, iPass machines, and everything. So that we usually get the newest and best stuff almost monthly, and helps us quite a bit.
How does your EMS squad engage with the local community to promote safety and awareness?
Well, whenever we pick somebody up, we basically just like say if they got hit by a car or whatever, or just like, look both ways, because there's a certain group of bikers that keep getting hit by cars. So we're like, just look both ways, be cautious. If you're pulling out of a driveway and everything, just be cautious. And 101, go ahead. Ten four. Sorry about that. I had somebody calling on the radio.
That is no problem. Are you still okay to continue the interview?
Yep, and we got a purple guy behind you with a gun, so be aware.
I see. Hi there.
Hello.
Can I help you guys?
I just wanted to check real quick. Who is?
Hey, this thing live.
Who is Koala?
Hey, this thing
That would be
live.
me.
That'd be you. You're calling me out on Twitter?
Oh, I can't. I don't
No,
know if
sir,
I can hear you.
I'm trying to find someone who is willing to interview me.
Yeah, I can't hear you. I see your mouth moving though.
Yeah, it's because they're pussies. They're running from us right now. We're on the
However,
hunt, or we would.
after
If this thing is live, Ballas on top.
after
Mayan's weak.
interviewing this EMS gentleman here, you can call that number. That's my personal cell, and we can schedule a place to meet up if you'd like to interview.
We'll get into more detail on that. Be
All
safe.
right. Thank you.
That was my fault.
Hey, Harry.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get all that?
Every bit.
Cool. Now, where were we? Let's see. Give me 1 second. I gotta resituate myself.
Excuse you, man.
So, responding quickly to emergencies is crucial. How do you balance the need for speed with ensuring the safety of yourself and your team?
Well, it's depending on the calls. Like we have a code
Could you
1,
step a little
code 2.
closer to the microphone? Thank you. Oop,
Whoop.
a little too close. Thank you, sir.
Well, we have a thing called code 1 through 3. Code 1 is get there following all the traffic laws and everything. Code 2 is lights, so you can not go super fast, but you can like go through stoplights and everything. And code 3 is get there as soon as possible, but we always stop at stoplights and everything to make sure the cars are not going forward. And that also goes with intersections that don't have stoplights. We always stop and make sure there's no cars coming before we go through the intersection and stop sign.
So, in what ways do you believe that your EMS squad positively impacts the community in Reality City?
One, go ahead. Well, it just depends. Like if there's events and everything, we're always there. We're always got the ambulance or even a fire truck. So, and in Reality City, like children can turn on the lights and on the sirens, and we always just like you saw me driving around. I'm just roaming around just in case something happens, and we're just watching everyday life go around.
All right, and to close up this wonderful interview, how does your role contribute to the overall safety and well-being of the city's residents? So your role in particular.
Well, I'm the chief, so I basically handpick everybody who interviews and everything. So 10-4. And so I basically, same as before, I drive around and talk to people. I've had close calls with like the Mayans and the Ballas, as we all just had, and just kind of talk with everyday people and making sure they're doing all right and how their day's going. And when I have my crew out there, they're doing the same thing, just making themselves known.
And is there anything you'd like to say to our viewers before we finish?
EMS is always here for you, so if you need us, call 911 and we'll always be there to answer the call.
Thank you very much, Chief.
No problem.
And thank you to all of our viewers. This is Coela with Global News. Have a great one.
101, go ahead. 10-4, on my way. You both have a safe night.